Ace Hardware. Harris Ace is your place for Yeti coolers, Traeger grills, Costa de Mar sunglasses, Calcutta Renegade coolers, plus Harris Ace is your hometown dealer for yellow wood treated lumber. Harris Ace will not be undersold on price, so you know you're getting the best price at Harris Ace. Your favorite place for hardware and lumber supplies is Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street in Jesup.
It's time now for a look at in local sports and sports. Wayne County's high school football team now 3-0, preparing for this Friday night's game at home against Glen Academy at JC Stadium. Jack has traveled to Beaufort, South Carolina this past Friday and defeated the Eagles 35-7. It was 35-7 at halftime. Final score ends up 35-7. That's the good news. The bad news is that our starting quarterback, Shamar Taylor, had to leave the game in the first quarter with an injury as he was hit late out of bounds in the head. Backup quarterback Ashby Cribb led the way. Running back MJ Fuller had a big night, including this nice 73-yard touchdown run.
Ashby takes the snap. Hands off to MJ. MJ straight ahead. MJ breaks it. There he goes. 40, 45, 50. They won't catch him. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown MJ Fuller. MJ Fuller takes it the distance from the 27-yard line, and Wayne's on the board. 73-yard score for MJ Fuller. Time on the clock, 8:35. MJ, once he hit the open field, was gone. No one was going to catch it.
And he also scored the first touchdown of the game to give the Jackets an early 7-0 lead. Jackets go up 14-0 with a nice 26-yard touchdown pass from Ashby Cribb to tight end Ty Anderson. Ashby scores from 8 yards out from the quarterback position to make it 21-zip. Beaufort cut to 21-7 with a nice touchdown pass to the back of the end zone from 11 yards out. But after the kickoff, again, MJ just went 73 yards from that first play to make it a 28-7 game, and Wayne County scored one more time to make it 35-7. 35-7 at halftime, again 35-7 the final. Defense continues to shine. Backup linebacker Griffin Boykin had a great second half. Had an interception, a fumble recovery, and a forced fumble, all in the second half of the game. After the game, we got the thoughts of Coach Ken Cribb.
I know you practiced this all week. Well, I decided to go with a 2 tight end formation tonight in the game.
Give some people a little extra to look at. Gives us a little more power running football with our backs and our line. Flexibility. Plus, those two guys got really good speed and good hands, and don't have a lot of depth at receiver. So I was able to alternate the receivers a little bit more. They're winded. They're winded tonight. We got to build some depth. Just don't have enough of them. And losing Ashby, the quarterback, hurt us in the receiver.
Right. We talked about that. Cooper didn't come out, and when Ashby goes there, your two best receivers from last year's team are not out there on the receiver.
That's right.
So you lose. Plus, Ashby's an all-state receiver. So, he only wants to play quarterback, wanting to give Shamar a break.
That's it.
You want him out there at the receiver slot.
Yep.
But MJ came up big. The offensive line did their job. MJ, again, just a beast. Hard to, once he hits the open field, nobody can catch him. 73-yard touchdown run, very impressive. Runs over people. There was some oohs and ahs from Beaufort fans. I tell you, like I said, if he gets his test scores correctly, there's no telling where he could wind up.
He's qualified already. He's good to go. We just got to get him a good home because he is a player. He's amazing. He almost had some more really big plays. He was one guy away from guy grabbing his ankles from breaking several more. But, before people start saying, penalties and this, that, and that, I'm just telling you, change quarterbacks, changes your cadence. So much goes into it. We spend majority of our time with the one quarterback, give reps to 2 or 3, but everything's timing. We up 35-7. Playing pretty good first half. Not perfect, but pretty good. But second half, just trying to put them away and making mistakes and holding on. I don't know, there's a bunch goes into it. I think about it and I get frustrated, but then I think back to Monday night and watch Florida State play, and kind of puts things in perspective. No matter how old kid or how the level, still got to go out and execute and focus, and so there you go.
You trying to hurt those Florida State fans?
Sorry, Tommy Adams.
But I was going to talk to penalties because I told Joe I was the same thing. It just seemed like everybody was kind of tired. It was a heavy night and there's kind of slop. But my concern was asking you 2 things. Normally you want to come out and be as productive in the second half as you were in the first half.
Yep.
Couldn't put any points on the board. Couldn't get anything going. I know you had to be frustrated about that.
Very, very.
And then the only other second thing that concerns me is going forward, people going to see this film, and there's a lot of wide open spaces in your secondary. They got the touchdown. They had the board down the sidelines wide open.
Yep.
That has to concern you a little bit. What's going on with that secondary? It just seems like there's a lot of open space with receivers running wide open.
Yeah, it depends on the reads, and They're doing a pretty good job. I have to go back and watch film to kind of figure out, who blew what coverage or who missed their read. But it's pretty. The guys got it detailed to assignments, and you have to do your assignment, or that's the result. So, I sit here and think, fans sitting there and watch it, and that's frustrating for them to see their team make penalties. But they got no clue how frustrating it is for the head football coach who's out there every day talking and practicing and doing things, and we don't do these things. I mean, Thursday's walkthrough was really, really clean. I felt great. We didn't have a lot of penalties in the first half, but when we got tired, got humid, moving people around.
Again, those comments after the game of Coach Ken Cribb. Other high school scores from Friday: Camden County beat up on Richmond Hill 33-6. Colquitt over Valdosta 48-13. Effingham County over South Effingham 30-17. Liberty Downs Evans 32-19. Veterans shuts out Statesboro 21-zip. Blessed Trinity beats up on BC 38-7. Dodge over Appling 14-7. Vidalia beat Tatnall 42-14. And Ware County beat Jonesboro 25-7. First girls softball team in action today on the road at Veterans High School. Game time 5:30. Girls in action Thursday on the road at Statesboro. Game at Mill Creek. Game time 6 p.m. Cross country team back in action Thursday at South Effingham. And the volley team in action tomorrow hosting Ware County and Statesboro. Week 2 of the college football schedule in the books. Georgia goes on the road and has no trouble with South Carolina. Final score 41-17. Georgia off to a 2-0 start. Already has a game up on both Carolina and Florida. Florida lost at home to Kentucky 27-16. The final. Wildcats end the longest losing streak in college football. 31 years straight, the Gators had beaten Kentucky in football, but not Saturday. Kentucky goes to Gainesville and wins 27-16. Georgia Tech loses on the road at South Florida, the final 41-17, and Georgia Southern a winner at home over UMass. In Statesboro, the final 34-14, Eagles up 2-0 on the schedule. Wayne County's Malik Jackson, who graduated from Florida State, now playing football. Bethune-Cookman as a wide receiver, had a big day in Bethune-Cookman's 79-16 win over the University of Virginia at Lynchburg. Bethune-Cookman scores a school record 79 points, and Malik Jackson had 4 catches for 162 yards, including touchdowns of 77 and 58 yards. Other scores from college football: Bama rolls over Arkansas State 57-7. Miami downs Savannah State 77-0. Notre Dame beat Ball State 24-16. Oklahoma 49, UCLA 21. Clemson beat Texas A&M 28-26. Auburn over Alabama State 63-9. Penn State over Pitt 51-6. Stanford downs USC 17-3. Arizona State off to a 2-0 start under Herm Edwards. They beat Michigan State 17-13. And Florida State beat Sanford by a score of 36-26. NFL football Sunday, Jacksonville on the road. They beat the Giants 20-15. Other games: Cincinnati 34, Indy 23. Dolphins beat the Titans 27-20. Vikings 49. The Vikings 24, the Niners 16. Patriots 27, Texans 20. Pittsburgh, Cleveland in overtime tie 21-21. Ravens over the Bills 47-3. Chiefs beat San Diego 38-28. Denver downs Seattle 27-24. Washington over Arizona 24-6. Carolina over the Cowboys 16-8. Green Bay Packers 24, Chicago 23. Monday Night Football tonight, 2 games. The Jets and the Lions at 7 o'clock. The Rams and Raiders at 10:30. Braves enter the week 4.5 games ahead of Philadelphia. They win on Sunday. The Braves are in San Francisco tonight. First pitch 10:15. And that's going to do it for latest in local sports. Local sports brought to you each and every day this time by friends at Harris Ace Hardware.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
At 7:55, good morning from the Big Dog WIFO. And, of course, you missed a score, Bob, in the college ranks.
I did.
Yeah, South Dakota School of Mines beat Western State 38-21.
It was an exciting game.
It was. They forced 5 turnovers, according to their official website. Braves, they said the 2 words that I've been looking for all season. Yesterday, for the first time on the broadcast, they said magic number.
Magic number. And what is it?
16.
16.
16 with a 4.5-game lead. And was it 23 games to go?
They're going to clinch it in that home series against Philadelphia.
Is that sold out yet?
I'm sure it is. I haven't really checked. Like I said, I hadn't checked today. Didn't check over the weekend. But the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, I'm going to say the 22nd, that's Saturday. They're going to clinch on that Saturday.
And I don't think they're going to, they're not going to make my prediction for wins at 79. I don't think they're not going to make 92.
I talked to some Tech fans over the weekend. They want you to fire up that Paul Johnson.
I've already said that's just embarrassing. It's just absolutely embarrassing.
I said, Jonathan, will fire up the website, see what he can do.
Yep, see what I could.
He's got several people fired already, so let's see if he can get Paul Johnson fired at Tech.
Any meetings going on? Anything we need to know about on this Monday morning?
The Republican Party's got a meeting today at 12 noon. They want everybody to come. Stephen Meeks, the guest speaker. That's today at 12 noon at Sybil's Family Restaurant. So
is that it?
Touchdown Club meets tonight
of course.
at 7 o'clock at Sybil's Family Restaurant. Talk about the big game and get ready for this big showdown Friday night against Rocky Hidalgos and the Glen Academy Red Terrors rolling into town. So that'll be another big game. Like I said, that's the second big game of the season. First one was, of course, Richmond Hill. This one, the second one, in Ware County for the region championship on November the 2nd. That's the game that should be fun at home. So that is the game, November 2nd.
All right, looking at this, somebody just texted, and we're going to get out here for the world-famous Butch and Bomb show. Bob, has your nephew called you to congratulate the dogs?
Well, my sisters, both my sisters from it.
One of the South Carolina graduate, wasn't it?
Right.
Was going there, your niece.
My niece is a senior up there, so my sister, who is her mother, came with her husband, who's a big Florida Gator fan. But no, I hadn't talked to my nephew since, I felt bad when they lost to Kentucky, so I didn't really want to rub it in. Plus, he's not having a good time. But I'm proud of him, though. He's playing. He's got his hands full. He's the JV quarterback at his school, and he threw a couple of touchdowns and ran in a touchdown last Thursday. So he stayed for the varsity game. Of course, you have to, when you're a JV quarterback, you got to be there varsity game. He, does the signals on the sidelines and all that. So I'm proud of him. He's playing quarterback, so he's concentrating on his playing days. He's not too concerned.
Right.
But I'm sure he was not happy with the Gators losing to Kentucky. Yep. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't rub it in.
All right, and one final note here. As a UGA fan, I'm against the firing of Paul Johnson, and I can understand why. The world-famous Butch and Bob show is up next on WIFO. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. Vice President Pence says it wasn't him, and he's sure it wasn't anyone on his staff who wrote an anonymous New York Times op-ed claiming there's a resistance movement within the Trump administration. The Vice President with Chris Wallace on Fox News Sunday.
Do you think you know who Anonymous is?
I don't know. But I do know that they should resign and leave this administration.
Nebraska Republican Senator Ben Sasse tells NBC's Meet the Press.
I don't have any desire to beat the president up, but it's pretty clear that this White House is a reality show, soap opera presidency.
No comment from the Justice Department about President Trump's request to find out who the writer is. Miss America is Miss New York, Mia Franklin, winning the first Miss America pageant without a swimsuit competition.
I'm happy that I didn't have to win this title tonight because I'm more than just that, and all the women on stage are more than just that, too.
The title comes with a $50,000 scholarship. Fox News. We report, you decide.
No-holds-barred talk, can't-miss documentaries, specials, and more. Plus, your favorite Fox News personalities. This is our time, and this is going to be our place. Fox Nation, coming soon. Sign up for updates and be the first to know. Go to foxnation.com now. The Fox News Rundown is a weekly morning podcast that dives deep into the major and controversial stories of the day. Hosted by the anchors of Fox News Radio. Subscribe now to hear a perspective of news you won't find anywhere else. Find it now on foxnewspodcasts.com. Tucker Carlson.
There's just so much barking and noise and yelling. Our role is to take 3 steps back and discern what really matters.
Sean Hannity.
The most important thing that we do, we are looking out for the forgotten men and women in this country.
Laura Ingraham.
They're going to get a straight shooter, no holds barred. I'm not going to cut people slack.
Fox is the one place where dissent is allowed.
We have voices. We won't be silent.
Who controls my voice? Nobody.
Fox News Channel. Real news, real honest opinion.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Andrew Cuneo here. It's summertime in South Georgia, and the only thing hotter than being outside is the hot deals at Mike Birch Ford. With up to $12,000 off new F-150s, there's no better time than now to purchase the truck of your dreams. So stop the search and call Mike Birch Ford today. Andrew Cuneo here. It's summertime in South Georgia, and the only thing hotter than being outside is the hot deals at Mike Birch Ford. With up to $12,000 off new F-150s, there's no better time than now to purchase the truck of your dreams. So stop the search and call Mike Birch Ford today.
Good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here with you along Bob Morgan on this Monday morning, and we do appreciate you tuning in. It's now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, and also brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Good trip up to Columbia, huh?
Had a great time.
Had a great time. Went up there, saw a game, saw the Georgia Bulldogs whip up on the Gamecocks. You didn't talk trash to any of the Gamecock fans, did you, Bob?
I'm afraid I did.
I didn't think that you were mellowing in your older age there. I'm not saying you're old, Bob, but not like you were when you're 20s and 30s and 40s. Still in your 50s, you're still talking trash to the opposing team fans, right?
That's part of it. See.
Now, were you sitting in a Georgia area, or you had a lot of Gamecock fans around you?
It was kind of mixed, but I had a great seat.
You had great seats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting in row 6 with Mark Sertich and Bob Smith and Zach Smith. Had a great seat. So.
All right. Well, good. And I did not know because I didn't see it. You were actually on TV for a few seconds.
On TOC because they sent me. I kept on ride home. Everybody kept sending me the same picture. So.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't seen. I got the broadcast DVR, but I hadn't seen it yet. So I have to go back and watch it.
Okay. Well, you just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk more football in a little bit right now, but we have some special guests in here this morning that have started a new business here in Jesup and Wayne County. We have Tom Smith in here. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
And also we have Holly Stevens. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning.
And you got to be close to the mic, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. And they're here with a Physical Therapy and Balance Center here in Jesup. And Tom, tell us a little bit about the business, where it's located, and all that kind of good stuff.
Well, our new office is located in the Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center between the 007 I-Girls and the Piggly Wiggly. It's in the strip center there. So we're excited about the new build out. Overholt Construction really did a fabulous job in helping us line up that new facility, and we can't wait to get in it and get started.
Okay, now tell us a little bit about yourself, Tom, and of course, Holly, you can do the same thing, your qualifications of owning and operating a Physical Therapy and Balance Center here in Jesup.
Well, I started in therapy back in 1999 when the old hospital was here, so I've been around a long time, and I actually met Holly there as she worked there too, and when I was there doing clinical rotations while I was in PTA school, which is Physical Therapist Assistant, Holly was my CI at the hospital there, and so that's how we met. And later on, about 2010, we decided to go back to school to pursue our doctoral degree in physical therapy.
So should I be calling you Dr. Smith?
No, Tom will be.
I started a similar way. I started in 1997 as a physical therapist assistant, and like he said, went back to school in 2010. We both graduated from the University of St. Augustine with a doctorate degree in physical therapy
University of St. Augustine. I didn't know there was a University of St. Augustine.
Yes, there is.
I know it's Flagler down there, but
right.
I didn't know about.
It's close to there.
It's close to. That's a beautiful building there. Flagler's been, but universities. And so you're both got doctorate degrees in physical therapy. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so you've started with the Physical Therapy and Balance Center here in Jesup. And I understand from talking with you out in the Green Room that is actually a franchise. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
With the home office located in Sarasota, Florida. It's a growing franchise. I think there are over like 300 offices now nationwide. In Georgia, there's about 9 or 10 of them.
Okay.
Baxley's probably the closest one to this.
And as I ask you out there, both of y'all, Tom and Holly, you decided to go on your own and have your own physical therapy practice. Why did you decide to go with physical? When we say physical, folks, they spell a little different to kind of stand out. It's FYZICAL, Physical Therapy and Balance Center. Why did you decide to go with them as a franchise instead of just hanging Tom's place up there or something?
Well, in the world today with the medical offices, it can be kind of hard to get started on your own. Physical offered us a whole host of resources all over the nation. So we have a whole host of other physical therapists at our disposal. We have a whole host of business experts at our disposal to kind of help us get started, provide us resources for starting this clinic.
So you've got a whole corporation there that you got behind you to help you be successful in your franchise and help you serve the patients.
Right.
It's kind of like a nationwide team. We all kind of work together. We could call other offices and ask for experiences or help with this or that, and they'll offer any help that we may need.
Okay, we got Tom Smith and Holly Stevens in here. I guess we should say Dr. Smith and Dr. Stevens in here this morning from Physical Therapy and Balance Center, opening up. You're already open, is that correct?
Today.
Today's
opening day.
Today. Well, it's amazing.
Sir.
We had the folks in from the Family Medical Center here the other day, and that was the first day they were open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from Southern Family Medicine, that's in Dr. Gehring's office, and they were here the day they started their first day. So, Tom and Holly, y'all got a big event coming up this Friday. Why don't you tell folks about it?
We have our ribbon cutting this Friday, starting at 10 o'clock.
A ribbon cutting through the Chamber of Commerce here in Jesup and Wayne County, right?
That's right. We're going to offer light refreshments, of course, the ribbon cutting, and then we'll tour the facility where we'll show people our balance rails. We have video goggles that we'll be providing demonstrations, and we also are going to offer a FootMax system for customized orthotics that we'll be showing people as well.
Well, good. Now, tell us a little about the goggles. What is that?
The video goggles, one of the things that we treat as physical therapists in physical is vertigo or vestibular dysfunction. The video goggles help us to watch a patient's eyes and eye action. The eyes and the ears are very closely related to each other, so if there is an inner ear issue, the eyes will help us to decide or diagnose what's going on with the inner ear and could be causing some of people's balance issues and vertigo problems. So we put the goggles on people, and that kind of puts them in the dark, but there's an infrared camera that lets us see what the eyes are doing. And like I said, that will help us diagnose their vestibular condition.
Now tell us all about the physical therapy that you'll be doing there. What you'll be treating for folks and why they should be coming to Physical Therapy and Balance Center here in Jesup. Tom?
We'll treat all forms of orthopedic conditions, vestibular conditions, just your normal ankle, knee, hip, back, shoulder issues as well. It won't be just balance, but we're focusing on balance through the rail system that we have to basically provide a safety mechanism or a safety harness for the patients. We like to treat patients with balance difficulties, people who've had multiple falls, whether they're at home or whether they're in their business or whatever the case may be. We provide we have a rail system to help us treat those patients. It's basically, it will allow us to do hands-off treatment as opposed to holding onto a gait belt or worrying about them falling or being unstable in some kind of way.
Now, I guess a regular physical therapy that people think of, like if they go through some sort of like stroke or heart attack or accident or something like that, and they need to rebuild their muscles and bones and bodies and ligaments and all that kind of stuff. You want to do that also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have all the, so if a person needs just about any type of physical therapy, check out Physical Therapy and Balance Center with Tom Smith and Holly Stevens, just opening up today. What will your hours be there at your center?
We're going to be Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Friday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll have somebody there all day on Friday, but we won't be treating patients after 1 o'clock on Fridays.
Okay, and you say you'll have somebody there. Do you have an office person there?
Yes, sir.
And who's
Yes,
that?
sir.
Her name is Penny Manning.
Penny Manning? Mm-hmm. Okay, and she's the person that folks will see when they first walk in, right?
Correct.
Okay, and Penny is from Jesup and Wayne County? Or,
yes.
Okay, Penny Manning. And y'all have y'all's opening. I see you got some specialty items.
Yeah, we brought y'all some gifts here.
Got
physical
T-shirts,
T-shirt.
physical therapy T-shirts, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, Jesup, Georgia. Now, once again, they're located in the Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center between Piggly Wiggly and 007 Eye Care Center,
Correct.
where the girls in there. Mm-hmm. So right there. And that shopping center is getting just about filled up, isn't it?
It is. It is. With Papa John's opening up, especially in the afternoons from like 12 to 5, 6 o'clock, that parking lot is a busy place.
Okay. So you're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Starting this morning. I hope Penny's there because you're not.
That's right.
What phone number should folks call for information and to make appointment?
912-256-5610.
5610. 912-256-5610. 912-256-5610. We've got Dr. Tom Smith and Dr. Holly Stevens in this morning from brand new physical therapy office here in town, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, located here in Jesup in the Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center. And you got all kinds of information over there, Holly. What is all that?
There are some alarming facts about people who fall frequently. I was just going to go through a few of those quickly. Just some balance facts, and you'll see us post these around town probably. Mm-hmm. Just some interesting facts. 1/3 of the population over 65 falls every year. Falls are the leading cause of both fatal and non-fatal injuries in older adults.
Now, tell me about it. My dad did the same thing last November, still going through the recovery.
Every 11 seconds, an older adult is treated in an emergency room for a fall-related injury. Every 19 minutes, an older adult dies from a fall-related injury. In 2013, 2.5 million non-fatal falls among older adults were treated in emergency room departments, and I'm sure that number has grown over the years. Mm-hmm. And then most fractures among older adults are caused by falls. All that culminates to a financial toll for older adult falls expected to increase as the population ages, and we have the baby boomers that are
yes, those
at
baby
that
boomers
age.
get older. Yeah,
that may reach 67.7 billion by 2020. It's just so.
Now, what are the reasons behind that? Why do people when they get my age, 64, 65, and older, have problems falling, or is it just because we hurt more when we fall because we're older? Which one is it? Why do we fall more?
Well, there's several different things that can be the cause a fall. Being inactive is one of the number one reasons. People lose their confidence, their strength, their balance, and then as a result of that, they become inactive, and it's a vicious cycle. The more inactive you become, the more you're likely to fall.
Also closely related to that is medications.
Mm-hmm.
As we get older, we experience different problems, so we're taking different medications to combat some of those problems, and as a result, those medications build up, and it causes an equilibrium or unsteadiness in our gait and balance.
Okay.
A lot of people that are older get dizziness, and some people think that's just a normal part of aging. It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
There are things that can be done to treat dizziness.
Okay, so beer has nothing to do with this, right?
It may.
Well,
I'm just kidding. But there's a lot of reasons. I was just wondering why, when folks get older, they have more problems with balance. I mean, you see this, you hear about it, and the thing that you worry about most about, your parents or your grandparents, or whatever the case may be, is them falling. Because you hear about it all the time. Next thing you know, they're having to be taken to the hospital. They're having to go through physical therapy, all kinds of stuff.
For the last couple of years, I've had the opportunity to work closely in nursing homes. And that's one of the major problems in the nursing home is that when patients enter those nursing homes, they have had falls or repeated falls or falls with injuries, and confidence is a big thing too. They have fallen and hurt themselves, so they become a little gun shy and just basically want to kind of stay still so they don't have a fall.
Okay, and so. I know that's a lot of things. My grandmother, she had a fall and had to go into a recovery center, like a nursing home, for a while. Then she got out, and that was years ago. That was back in the 80s. And like I said, I've had other family members who have fallen as they're older, and they've hurt something or broken something and had to go through a lot of therapy. Mm-hmm. So that is just a big problem with older adults.
Another thing to consider, too, the three systems of balance are your eyes, your ears, and then your joint receptors. As we age, our eyes kind of go down.
Go down. Yeah. I have to look at the screen real carefully.
Sometimes our ears don't function like they should. Mm-hmm. And then people who have had injuries or even diabetic neuropathy, that's a problem too, lose some of their joint reception. So there's those three systems, and, as they age, our balance will decrease as well.
Yeah. Sometimes when I get up from this chair after sitting here for an hour, the staff probably wonders if I'm going to make it actually to the door. Because I'm holding on to the counter around here because of the pain. I've got two bulging discs in my lower back and a tilted hip. So I have to get things moving a little bit after sitting a little bit. So I understand what you mean. If I stand just straight up, I got to catch something.
Right. We call those type of patients furniture walkers.
Well, I've never been called a furniture walker before, but I guess I am, at least when I first start off. How about you, Bob? Are you a furniture walker yet?
No.
Not yet. Yeah, Bob can get right up and walk right out. But if I sit here for a while, I have to hold on to something. Then once I get moving, then I'm okay. It's like that TV commercial one this time. It said, a body at rest stays at rest, a body in motion stays in motion.
That's right.
And so that's one thing I'm trying to do, get out there and to do more moving, walking, things of that sort, and because that's so important. Exercise is so important.
It is very important.
And so who we have in this morning is Dr. Tom Smith, Dr. Holly Stevens, with a brand new physical therapy location here in town, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. They'll have their ribbon cutting and grand opening on Friday, even though they open for business this morning. And we'll be there broadcasting, letting folks know all about what's going on at your location. I look forward to seeing y'all's facility there and what you do for folks, and meeting Penny and just having a good old time down there.
Come by and see us anytime.
That's right.
Yeah, and we appreciate the tumblers and the T-shirts and stuff like that. And folks, just go by and see them. Their phone number is 912-256-5610. 912-256-5610. Physical, and that's FYZICAL, Therapy and Balance Centers here in Jesup.
They can also look us up on Facebook too.
They can look you up on Facebook too. But remember now, you got to spell it FYZICAL.
It's spelled different because we are different.
Tom Smith and Holly Stevens. Bob, any questions or comments for our guest this morning?
I just wonder, when people get out of the hospital, they have to go to physical therapy. Did the doctors recommend y'all?
Yes, we have to get a doctor's referral and come see us, and then we can take it from there.
I gotcha.
Okay. And we wish y'all much success. And
we're very excited.
Thriving practice here in Jesup, and as you help folks with their physical therapy needs. Okay?
Well, we're excited. Thank you for having us on.
Okay. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. More of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a minute.
Tradition. Excellence. Do you bleed blue? Hail Southern, the home of champions.
To the 20, to the 10, did he do it? He did! Wings up, Eagle Nation! Touchdown, Georgia Southern!
Hear every game right here on the Georgia Southern Sports Network.
Your station for Georgia Southern Eagle football, WIFO 105.5 FM.
Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, back to work and school. We'll begin the day with partly cloudy skies. It's going to be a hot one. Highs climb close to 90 degrees. Today and tomorrow, we'll have a good mix of sunshine, high clouds, and both afternoons have a 40% chance of showers and storms. On Wednesday, a little more sunshine, lesser chance of showers, highs in the low 90s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. And Bob, it's always good to see new businesses open up here in Jesup.
I said it's a good location. I said it's good to see that shopping center full. I said Papa John's in there now, the eye center, now physical therapy,
and Piggly Wiggly and
Cercheros. The whole complex is now full. So it's good to see.
I think they got one more location in there somewhere. Talking to Jody about it the other day, and I think they have one more somewhere in there. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's to the left of Pig. But it's good to see that filled up. I know that was a big dream of Jody and the folks that were involved with her at the time, and still it's their baby. They're looking after it and making sure everybody in there is happy and filling that thing up.
It's good to have that local grocery store.
Yes, it is. I went in there last Thursday and got my groceries, got my 10% senior citizen discount off, and put the name there in the spin what you win at Piggly Wiggly in that box there, and they didn't call my name Friday, so I didn't win.
I haven't won yet.
I hadn't won, but put your receipt in there, a copy of your receipt in that box.
And get a chance.
Every single Friday, David Boone, the manager there, draws that name out there. Like the week before, when it was a guy who won $350-something worth of groceries, because that's what he had spent. So he gets a Piggly Wiggly card for $350, and he can use that at his convenience. Have you seen that dry ice in there they have at Piggly Wiggly? That is something else. You ought to see the dry ice there, right next to the ice machine.
Don't have use for dry
I think, was it 5 times colder, he says, or something like that? 5 to 7 times colder than regular ice. Of course, it doesn't melt with the water all over your stuff. It just evaporates. Well, glad you had a good trip up there to Columbia, South Carolina, and Georgia whipping up on South Carolina. People said that South Carolina was going to have some problems this year, and it looks that way, doesn't it?
No, I don't think any problem. I said they said Georgia's going to have a problem beating South Carolina, so I'm glad they went up there and handled business. But in the second half, they came out, that interception set the tone, kind of punched him in the mouth early. Like I said, took him out of the game. So the game was never in doubt. Georgia, like I said, it started off great. I love the fact that Georgia comes out with the American flag leading the charge. So I don't know if Kirby started that new this year, but they did that up in Athens, did that to South Carolina. The first flag is the American flag coming out with the team, so I like that. So it's just, Georgia, when you, like I said, I had a good seat. I was in row 6. You heard about these linemen that they recruited, how big they are. Mm-hmm. That kid from New York, that Isaiah Wilson, I mean, these guys are massive. That is one huge offensive line, so it kind of helps. And Jake Fromm played well. Just a lot of talent. Kirby stockpiled that talent. You can just see rotating the players, just like Alabama used to do. Like I said, he brought that. He learned from the best. He learned from Saban. He's brought that blueprint to Athens, and he's done a good job since he's got there. So a lot of excitement. The fact that Kentucky beat Florida, like I said, we're only 2 weeks in the season, already got a game lead over both Florida and South Carolina. So looks like they're set to get that SEC East and
I sure hope so.
Go back to the championship game and hopefully get back in the playoff game. But that's a long season. Got to worry about injuries. A lot of games yet to be played. Right,
yeah, it's just starting.
But it was an impressive win. I said a lot of people thought that game was going to be a close game, but it just third quarter Georgia just scored those 14 points quickly and took control, and the game was never in doubt.
Yeah. Well, the good game there on Saturday was close. Was that Clemson Texas A&M game there? That was a
wild and crazy game. I said Jimbo Fisher still upset about that call where they thought they had the ball first and goal at the 1, but they said it went out of the end zone. So, but they did come back, get the touchdown, but 2-point conversion play just didn't. I didn't understand the 2-point conversion play. There just wasn't much imagination there. So Clemson winds up winning by 2, 28-26, but. What's a good ball game?
And Jags won yesterday.
Jags went on the road.
Well, that was a heck of a game up there at New York taking on the Giants. It was basically a defensive game there and a little bit of offense there in the fourth quarter.
Good to win. Now they got the Patriots coming in this Sunday.
So Patriots coming into Jacksonville this Sunday.
Huge crowd, sold out stadium, so it's going to be wild. Replay the championship game last year between the Patriots and the Jaguars. So. I think it's a 425
game on Sunday. Wow, 4:25.
Nationally televised games.
Big old game for the Jags.
Should be fun.
I'll be rocking and rolling there.
Tom Brady coming to town.
Someone said, our local famous TV star, Bob Morgan. Yes, sirree. You get a few seconds on a Georgia game. Let me tell you.
I had a good seat.
Yeah. And, that's, when you're sitting down low, that's where the cameras are. A lot of times you can get on TV that way because, they're going to. Were you on the Georgia side or the South Carolina side?
On the Georgia side.
The Georgia side, yeah. So right behind Kirby and the gang there, huh?
Yeah. All the Carolina fans left. See, that's why they didn't have anybody else to take. They were gone by the time they took that picture.
Oh, so you've seen the picture. Were you looking excited? Were you just sitting there, yawning, looking around? Was it between plays? Usually they do it between plays.
I don't know.
You don't know, okay? But that's something else. Absolutely something else that happened, and I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did that you got that little bit of TV fame there from the Georgia game. Now tell us your assessment of the Wayne County Buford game from Friday night.
And like I said during the broadcast, pretty much like the scrimmage against Hilton Head. South Carolina can't compete with South Georgia football. I mean, it was just a mismatch in the line of scrimmage. I mean, our offensive, defensive line were just much bigger than those guys. So it wasn't much of a game. I just hate Shamar took that cheap hit out of bounds. That's the thing that concerned me. Like I said, he was already down on the ground, and I thought the kid should have been ejected, but they didn't eject him. They just threw a 15-yard penalty. But Shamar, that's the question, how he's doing today. And I said, we thought it might have been a concussion, but they said it was whiplash, not a concussion. So Coach Cribb after the game indicated he thought he was going to be okay, but you just don't ever know with a neck injury like that or a head injury. So just hoping he can be back because he's a big part of that offense. And Ashby's a number one All-State receiver. He needs to be playing receiver, not quarterback.
Yeah.
So just changes the whole offense. But MJ Fuller's still a beast. I said it from day one. This kid is just phenomenal athlete. This big, strong, powerful back. Has the speed, had the big 73-yard touchdown run, had another touchdown run. Offensive line's huge. Talent everywhere. So, like I said from the get-go, there's 3 games that are going to be tough for Wayne County. We've got through one Richmond Hill. Second tough game's coming in this Friday night. Glen Academy, Rocky Hidalgo with a 7A school. Very talented football team. And then the Ware County game on November 2nd, which will be for the region championship. Other than that, Wayne County with their talent and their coaching should just roll through the rest of the schedule. I mean, South Effingham lost to Effingham County, so they don't have much. Statesboro got beat 21-zip by veterans, so the region is just coming down to us and Ware on November 2nd.
All right, and Georgia Southern won big up in Statesboro at Paulson Stadium against UMass on Saturday night. We're your voice of Georgia Southern Eagles right here on 105.5 FM. But Georgia Southern's got to go up to Northwest South Carolina and take on the number 2 team in the nation, Clemson Tigers, this coming Saturday.
Yeah, they pick up a nice check, though, so that's
pick
what
up
it's all
check.
about.
Pick up a big
it's good
check.
to see Georgia Southern off to 2-0 start. Like I said, Coach Lumford looks like he's got that team playing good football, so first 2 games have been impressive. The UMass game was supposed to be a tight game, but it wasn't a tight game. Georgia Southern took control of that game, so Southern fans going to be happy with the way the program's going under Lunsford. So, again, they said they got the tough test at Clemson, but then they got Arkansas State at home, South Alabama at home, Appalachian State is at home. So
that'll be the big one right there.
All the key games are at home. Yeah, so
I would say that Appalachian State is the biggest rivalry that Georgia Southern has. Usually they were always playing for the top in their old division, and Georgia Tech's really got to be worried about their team this year, don't you think?
I didn't get to see much of the signing. I said we were traveling, so that game was at 12 noon, so I didn't get to see much of the, I just saw it, it was going back and forth early. Tech had the early lead, but I don't know what happened at the end, but they got beat at the end. So, but South Florida, good football program, good coach down there. So.
Well, we'll see what Georgia Tech does this weekend. They'll be at Pittsburgh taking on the Panthers, and then they'll be at home on the 22nd taking on the Clemson Tigers. But we'll keep you updated on all the sports. Anything going on news-wise locally, Bob, that you'll be covering or keeping your eye on this week?
Well, school board meets tomorrow. Got to go to that meeting tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. The Sybil Lynn wanted me to remind people they've got a Republican Party meet today at 12 noon at Sybil's Restaurant. Stephen Meeks will be the guest speaker. So
he's running for House
State Representative, right? He's running for Chad Nimber's spot. And like I said, Chad's not seeking re-election, so Stephen Meeks is seeking election in that seat.
So Republican Party meeting today at high noon at Sybil's, right?
In the restaurant.
Okay. All right, so all Republicans and interested parties are invited to go. All right.
And we're still waiting to hear when the county's going to get together. Like I said, Thursday night they indicated they want to have another meeting to get together, try to get on the same page, because they're definitely not on the same page after Thursday night. So when we find the date on that, we'll let people know when it's going to take place.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Bob, wishing you a good day. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, and also brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. We got a giveaway coming your way soon, so keep tuned in for your chance to win. Right now, let's find out what's going on in news from Fox News Radio.
Here comes Florence. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. A hurricane that may hit the Carolina coast and or Virginia Thursday or Friday.
All indications are that Florence will be a significant, powerful hurricane, a major hurricane, something like Category 3 or 4.
John Cangelosi at the National Hurricane Center. Florence is already at Cat 2 and will get stronger today. So people are already filling sandbags, getting ready.
Setting up sandbags is not a guarantee to save your home from flooding. So it's very important that you know your evacuation zone.
Mario Formisano is Emergency Management Director for Dorchester County in South Carolina. There are two other hurricanes farther out in the Atlantic. Isaac could be a threat in the Caribbean. President Trump has just tweeted the Bob Woodward book is a joke. Another assault against him. The famed reporters inside the White House expose details chaos and quotes senior officials calling the president an idiot and a liar. The Trump tweet claims many sources have come forward to call their quotes fiction. He ends it with, "I'll write the real book." This amid the search for whoever wrote that anonymous New York Times op-ed critical of the president. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, Vice President Mike Pence says he's willing to take a lie detector test in a heartbeat to prove he's not the one who wrote the op-ed. Pence called the piece an assault on our democracy, and he told Fox News Sunday the person who wrote it should do the honorable thing and step down.
The opinions that they expressed are not only deceitful and false, but they're also un-American.
The vice president says it's up to President Trump to decide if administration officials should undergo polygraph testing to find the writer. Dave?
Rachel, CBS needs a new CEO. Les Moonves resigned last night as sexual misconduct allegations surfaced from 6 more women, though Moonves calls them untrue.
The amount of money he will receive from CBS will depend on the findings of an internal investigation underway by law firms hired by CBS.
Fox's Brian Yanis. This is Fox News. Fair and balanced.
Doctor, award-winning chief medical correspondent, and Salon Pass user, Dr. Bob Arnott.
For pain relief, the best solution may surprise you. I found that Salon Pa's Lidocaine Plus works best for my pain. It's powerful, available without a prescription, and uses 2 anesthetics to numb nerves right where it hurts. It starts to work on contact, providing effective, lasting pain relief I can count on.
Salon Pass, in the silver box with the blue wave.
I used to post to job boards that sent me tons of resumes.
Just to find a few people who were right for my job.
That old process was not smart.
Then I went to ZipRecruiter.
Its technology scans resumes for me to find the right people.
And actively invites them to apply. So I get qualified candidates fast. Smart.
See why ZipRecruiter is rated #1 by employers in the U.S. Try it now for free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. That's ZipRecruiter.com/hire. ZipRecruiter. The smartest way to hire. Based on Trustpilot rating of hiring sites with over 1,000 reviews.
A Dallas, Texas police officer who's white has now been charged for killing her black neighbor.
30-year-old Dallas police officer Amber Geiger arrested Sunday night in the fatal shooting of her neighbor, Botham John. Geiger was taken into custody on a manslaughter warrant and bonded out of jail a short time later. According to police, Geiger was returning from work last Thursday, still in uniform, when she shot John at his apartment. Geiger told responding officers she mistook John's apartment for her own. Lawyers for John's family and the community were calling for Geiger's arrest since the shooting happened, saying her freedom showed favorable treatment for the officer.
This
police officer should not be given any preferential treatment.
Mike Cantor, Fox News.
There is a new Miss America.
Miss America 2019 is Miss New York, Nia Imani Franklin. Franklin chosen Sunday night from 51 contestants in the first Miss America event with no swimsuit competition.
I'm happy that I didn't have to win this title tonight because I'm more than just that, and all the women on stage are more than just that.
Instead, contestants were asked an interview question on stage by other contestants. Behind the scenes, a revolt, most of the Miss America state organizations demanding national chairwoman Gretchen Carlson and CEO Regina Hopper resign. The outgoing Miss America, Kara Mund, saying the two bullied and silenced her, claims the women deny. Ann Carrick, Fox News.
A big comeback in the NFL last night. Aaron Rodgers, who left the game with a knee injury, returned, and the Green Bay Packers rallied from down 17 in the fourth quarter for the first time in team history to beat the Chicago Bears. The Cleveland Browns snapped a 17-game losing streak with a tie against Pittsburgh. Now, the first Sunday of the season included a few national anthem protests. Two Miami Dolphins players, Kenny Stills and Albert Wilson, took a knee, and Colin Kaepernick called them his brothers in a tweet. 3 other NFL players raised fists. 4 decided not to be on the field during the anthem. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio.
105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. Good morning, 10th day of September, and we do appreciate you tuning in. Remember, tomorrow is Patriots Day, 9/11. There'll be different things going on here in Jesup and Wayne County, and just the remembrance tomorrow morning for 9/11. But we have right now in our studio Ed Exley from Wayne Feed and Seed on West Cherry Street in Jesup. We're here on a live ad, paid ad, and good morning, Ed.
Good morning, folks. How are y'all?
Well, I'm sure they're fine.
I bet they are. They got to be. They're listening to us.
That's right. So you need every single Monday on Wayne Feed and Seed, ask Ed, who works for them part-time, because they need his years and years and years of experience in the feed and seed business.
I reckon I'm old.
And so he comes in here and talks about what's going on at Wayne Feed and Seed. The young guys down there running that, doing a great job. And Ed, tell us what's coming up soon at Wayne Feed and Seed.
What soon's going to be is Fish Day. We got Fish Day coming up on September the 25th. We'd like for you to go ahead and call in your orders, and all you got to do is call them in. Tell us, how many fish you want, and we'll write it down and have you ready to fish when you get there on Tuesday, the September 25th. So got just a few more days. We need to get those orders in advance.
Okay.
Another thing we're working with is the show team, the Wayne County 4-H and FFA show team, which is goats, cattle, and hogs. We're fully stocked, and I got all the supplies you'll need. If you're interested in being on the show team, we would love to supply you the feed, the feeders, waterers, the brushes, and all those kind of grooming items that you'll need for your show team. Come by and see us. We would love to talk to you about that and have the stuff that you need to make it happen.
Okay.
Another thing's going on right now is now's the time to plant your food plots for deer. Those of you that are interested in planting rye, oats, wheat, some of the deer mixes, we've got all that stuff. We've got the fertilizer, we've got the lime. Come by and see us and get some advice and some ideas about what to plant. We'd love to have you come by and look at that. We've got a big supply of it, and we're the place to pick that up.
Okay.
Another thing's going on is now is time to start looking at planting your cabbage, collards, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, onions, all those things are getting time to plant those. Need to be fixing dirt, putting out some lime.
Fixing dirt?
Fixing dirt.
Fixing dirt. What do you do when you're fixing dirt there, Ed?
You make it better. That's how you fix dirt. You make it better. You till it up.
Okay.
Add some lime, till it up, get it soft, and then get ready to plant.
Okay.
Plant. Mustard, turnips, rutabagas, collards, cabbage, broccoli.
All that's the fall.
All that's fall stuff.
Fall plants.
Yeah. Radishes, English peas, all those things are things to plant in the fall.
And you can get all that stuff there you need at Wayne Feed and Seed. We can make a duet there.
Yeah, we can make a duet. And one last item.
Okay.
I was at our cemetery this past week, and the grass had just about taken over our plot.
Uh-huh.
And I come in this morning, and William says, "We got a new item."
What is it?
It's a cemetery weed killer.
I've never heard of such.
It's it's in the jug the same color as Butch's shirt. It's red.
It's red. Okay.
It's red shirt. Mm-hmm. The jug is red. They're about the same color. And what it is, it kills what's there and will sterilize the soil for 12 months. So if you put that out now, it'll be working this time next year.
So it kills the weeds and the grass and all that. Yep. And cemetery.
Food plot. Cemetery plots, fence rows, tank yards, storage areas, those kind of things. It's a great item, and we got it in small and large packages. So come by and let us explain how to use it and get you fixed up. That's a new item. And something that I could use some of if I'd go buy some.
Yeah, well, you're right there with it.
Right there with it, and it's a good item, and it's a lot of folks worry with that all the time.
Okay.
So those are items, and we'd love for you to come down to Wayne Feed and Seed across the street from Jesup Tire Shop, Interstate Credit Union, right there on Cherry Street, or call us at 559-6990, and we're there till 6 o'clock. Every weekday.
And remember now they got all pet food. For every kind of pet that you've got, they've got different brand names and different size packages of pet food, and they got feed for your farm animals. They got it all right there at Wayne Feed and Seed on West Cherry Street.
And guns.
That's right. Fishing supplies. Hunting licenses, fishing licenses, all that.
Corn by the barrel.
Corn by the barrel?
Yes, sir. Come by and get your barrel of corn.
Okay. All right, Ed. Have a good day. Right. Wayne Feed and Seed, West Cherry Street here in Jesup across from Interstate Credit Union. We got a giveaway coming your way soon, so keep tuned in for your chance to win. Ed, wishing you a great day down there at Wayne Feed and Seed. And also we got your weather forecast, state news coming up. All that coming up in just one moment right here on 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country, WIFO.
Ram Power Days. One reason more people are switching to Ram than ever. Woody Folsom Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has nearly 300 Rams in stock or on the way. Grab a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn and save up to $14,000 off MSRP.
Or lease a Bighorn Crew Cab, just $369 down, $369 a month. Save big bucks on your trucks.
Better get to Baxley and do a Jeep Grand Cherokee, $14.99 down and $2.99 a month. 39-month Chrysler Capital lease. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Ask about the Alma Lions Club Woody Folsom Big Buck Contest. 5,000 prize for the biggest buck and 10,000 door prizes at Morris Johnson Old Football Stadium. It's October 20th. Tickets available at Alma Lions Club members, sponsor sites, and all Woody Folsom dealerships.
Woody Folsom Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of the free lifetime powertrain warranty and the limited free oil changes. Better get to Baxley and save big bucks on your truck. Like Billy said, why would you buy anywhere else?
Talk to me.
Are you in the need for a family physician? Southern Family Medicine is now open in Jesup and is accepting new patients. Southern Family Medicine is located at Dr. Gering's old office. They accept same-day appointments, and some weekend appointments are available. Check out their website, southernmedicine.com. They are also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Southern Family Medicine, where you're treated like family. Located at 999 South Macon Street in Jesup.
When it comes to investing your money, a professional is usually better than doing it yourself. But where do you turn for help? The answer is closer than you think. Country Trust Bank, part of Country Financial, has been providing investment management services for 38 years. No matter where you're starting from, you can take advantage of this expertise. Just pick up the phone and give me, Shauna Quinn, a call at 588-1051. I'll show you how effortless it can be to get investment experts working for you.
Investment products and services offered by Country Trust Bank, a part of Country Financial Bank. Products and services are not FDIC insured and not guaranteed and are subject to investment risk.
105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. We've got the very best in country music coming your way, starting at 9:03, going all day long with that fantastic country music, playing today's biggest country hits from today's hottest country stars. Plus, we play a great selection of those classic country hits from yesteryear. The best of the old and new blended perfectly together right here on 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. Now, the Braves are going way out to San Francisco to take on the Giants tonight. Our coverage will begin at 9 p.m. right here on 105.5 FM with first pitch at 10:15. The Braves and Giants from San Francisco tonight, right here on your Atlanta Braves radio station for Southeast Georgia, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Let's take a look at your weather forecast and see what's going on from the National Weather Service in Jacksonville, who gives you the official the official weather forecast for Wayne and surrounding counties. Let's see what we're going to have here today. Well, typical weather this time of year. A little more clouds today than we've been used to. High today of around 91. Heat index 103. 30% chance of showers. Cloudy tonight, low tonight of 71. So 91 today, 71 tonight. And then tomorrow, partly sunny, but a 50% chance of showers tomorrow, high of 91, heat index of 101. Wednesday, another 50% chance, partly sunny with a high of around 91. The Omaha wind levels is 4.6 feet and falling. Currently here in southeast Georgia, we have 75 degrees. Sunset this afternoon at 7:39. Looking at the tides for the day, we're going to have a high tide out there on Jekyll and St. Simons in just a few minutes at 9:10. 9:10 high tide this morning on Jekyll and St. Simons at 7.9 feet. Low tide this afternoon around 3:30. And that is your weather forecast for Wayne and surrounding counties right here on Big Dog Country, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Got a giveaway coming your way soon, so keep tuned in for your chance to win. Right now, let's check in with Focus on the Family Commentary, brought to you by Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, located right here in Jesup.
Totally transparent car buying. With Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC live market pricing, know for certain you're buying at the low market price. We constantly monitor multiple auto and competitor websites to always offer the most aggressive market prices. No games, no gimmicks, no kidding. That's why Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC is the home of the no-hassle deal. Skip the runaround and discover the difference of truly transparent buying on every new and pre-owned vehicle every day. We're online just like you, and we continuously scan pricing on hundreds of vehicles to update prices in real time. At Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, know for certain that our live market price is the low market price. Experience a new and totally transparent way to buy with live market pricing.
Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, home of the no-hassle deal.
Chevy, find new roads.
Guys, you've heard the phrase random acts of kindness, right? Well, for a strong marriage, forget the word random and think intentional. Hi, this is Jim Daly with Focus on the Family. Listen, I'm not against spontaneity. In fact, I love it. But if your marriage is like most, day-to-day life will hijack your schedule. You wake up one morning hoping to do something special for your wife, then you'll remember that project at work. Plus, the kids need a ride to soccer practice, and the lawn needs to be mowed. And then at day's end, you'll fall into bed exhausted. And your wife? Well, she'll be shoved once again to tomorrow's schedule. With so much going on, it's easy to lose sight of your marriage, and that's where intentional acts of kindness become important. There's no need for elaborate plans here. It's the little things that make a big difference, like setting the timer on the coffee maker so your wife has hot coffee waiting for her in the morning, or taking care of that sink full of dishes, or placing that little love note where she'll find it, or perhaps texting her to let her know you're thinking of her. The point is, successful marriages don't happen by accident. They're built, in part, by making intentional acts of kindness a part of your daily routine. So, men, what's one simple thing you can do today to show your wife you love her? For more information about investing in your marriage, visit FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
Focus on the Family Commentary brought to you by your hometown new and used car dealership. That's Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, located here in Jesup on Highway 341 South. 8:47, almost 8:48 here on the Big Dog. And Bob Morgan will be back with you today around 12:15 and 5:10 with more local news and sports. Right now, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break and come back with state news so we can see what's happening here in the state of Georgia.
Smart Physical Therapy in Jesup has moved. They're now located at 360 Peachtree Street next door to Wayne Family Practice. Smart Physical Therapy specializes in manual therapy to reduce pain in your joints, as well as advanced strengthening for surgical and non-surgical conditions. Among other manual therapy treatments, they also offer dry needling. If you have any questions, call or come by anytime. Smart Physical Therapy offers free consultations. When you're in the need for therapy, see Garrett Pye or Nick Childs at Smart Physical Therapy. Give them a call at 559-2071. 559-2071, or go by and see them in their new office at 360 Peachtree Street across the street from Dr. Spinola and Dr. Hendricks. They're next door to Wayne Family Practice behind the Jesup Hospital. And remember, it's your choice on where you want to have therapy. Choose Smart Physical Therapy in Jesup. Call them at 559-2071. 559-2071. Smart Physical Therapy, 360 Peachtree Street in Jesup.
Farmers and business owners, how would you like to slash your power bill up to 65%? Coastal Solar can show you how. A solar panel system from Coastal Solar helps you save on your electric bill, helps you save on taxes, and potentially qualify for a grant. For complete details on how Coastal Solar can help you save on your power bills, call us here at Big Dog Country, 912-427-3711, and we'll give you the information you'll need. Plus, you'll qualify for a free gift. So farmers and business owners, if you are fed up with high power bills, do something about it by calling WIFO-FM and asking for the information about Coastal Solar. Remember, when you call, you'll qualify for a free gift. Call 912-427-3711. That's 427-3711. 427-3711. Or go online to BigDogCountrySolar.com. That's BigDogCountrySolar.com. Coastal Solar and WIFO-FM working together to help farmers and business owners save money, lots of money on their power bill. Once again, call 912-427-3711 or go online to BigDogCountrySolar.com.
I'm Matt Cook with the Georgia News Network. The 2-year-old case of the murder of 2 Peach County deputies came to an end yesterday with a guilty plea and sentencing of the defendant. More from GNN's Lisa Carter.
Robin Elrod pleaded guilty to killing deputies Daryl Smallwood and Patrick Sondren on November 6, 2016. Elrod managed to avoid the death penalty through the plea. He was sentenced to 2 life terms without parole plus 100 years. The deputies were shot while answering a call about a man pointing a gun at his neighbors. It's still not clear why Elrod shot the deputies. I'm Lisa Carter, GNN News.
The GBI has another officer-involved shooting to investigate. They say that yesterday a state trooper was trying to pull over a car in Dade County in northwest Georgia. That led to a short chase. Then they say that the man in the car pointed a gun at the trooper. The trooper fired and hit the man several times. He was taken to the hospital. A new poll is out in the governor's race. It was conducted by the AJC and WSB-TV. Bottom line, basically, Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams are neck and neck, with Kemp at 45.3%, Abrams at 44.9%, well within the margin of error. Interestingly enough, 7.6% of the voters were undecided. 60 days until Election Day. A little good news for Georgia Power customers this month. You'll be seeing a $25 credit on your power bill this month. It's the last of 3 credits the utility is handing out this year as part of its deal to keep building the reactors at Plant Vogtle. Customers also got 2 other $25 credits in April and in July.
The 2018 bill credits that customers are seeing are a direct result of parent guarantee payments for our Vogtle nuclear construction project from Toshiba.
John Kraft is with Georgia Power. And Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms of Atlanta wants immigrant detainees out of the Atlanta City Jail. She signed an executive order yesterday requesting federal officials have them removed. I'm Matt Cook, GNN News.
105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. You're listening to WIFO Information Radio. We let you know what's happening, what's going on, and what's coming up. Keep those radios tuned into 105.5 FM in Jesup and hear all the latest news and information. Be in the know. Listen to WIFO. Right now, we want to give away some free passes to the historic Strand Dinner Theater in downtown Jesup. A great place to go watch a movie, the most comfortable seats you've ever sat in a theater, an expanded menu, you got servers there, just a great place to go in that historic building in downtown Jesup. And showing right now is Peppermint, The Meg, The Nun, The Predator. A lot of those there. And but you can always call their movie hotline to get the latest information on times and movie showing at 385-2114, 385-2114, the historic Strand Theater in downtown Jesup. And this certificate for good for 2 people will be good through this Sunday. So you got today through Sunday to be able to use it. And remember now, if you've won anything at all from Big Dog Country in the past 30 days, please sit back and let somebody else win. But if you would like to go see a movie free, you and someone else, a certificate good for 2 people, and you'd like to go this week to the Historic Strand Theater in downtown Jesup, head to your phone, get those fingers a-dialing at 912-427-3711 or 427-3712. 427-3711 or 427-3712, and I'll take caller number 2. Caller number 2 right now will win 2 free passes to the Strand Theater in downtown Jesup. Call now, and good luck.
This is Charles Huffman at Jesup Housing Outlet. If you haven't been to Jesup Housing Outlet lately, you're missing out on a large selection of new and exciting floor plans from the nation's top manufacturers like Clayton, Fleetwood, Scott Built, and Homes of Merit. All of our homes feature modern kitchens and appliances, R60 and higher insulation values, thermopane windows, and energy-efficient heat pumps. We have 2 locations to serve you, 2452 Savannah Highway in Jesup and Highway 301 South between I-16 and the bypass in Statesboro. Come see Charles, Faye, or Sherida today.
Woody Folsom Overflow in Jesup is where you save big bucks on trucks. We want your trade, so drive it on in to North 1st Street in Jesup, GA.
Home of the free lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly every vehicle sold. We also are excited about the 29th annual Alma Lions Club Woody Folsom Auto Group Big Buck Contest. $5,000 prize for the biggest buck and $10,000 prize at the Morris Johnson Old Football Stadium October the 20th. $30 tickets available from Alma Lions Club members, sponsor sites, and all Woody Folsom dealerships.
Save big bucks on all your trucks at Woody Folsom Overflow Jesup.
That's Lim. See him or any of us at Woody Folsom Overflow and save big bucks on your truck.
Man, old Elvira was talking to one of them big city pushy car guys, and he said to her, honey, these savings are just the tip of the iceberg. And she said, that boy was all tip and no iceberg.
All right, congratulations going out to Roy Moore. Roy Moore was caller number 2, wins those 2 free passes to the Historic Strand Theater in downtown Jesup. Giveaways all the time here on the Big Dog, so keep tuned in for your chance to win here on 105.5 FM. Okay, let's take a quick look at sports.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on Big Dog Country 105.5. The Atlanta Braves defeat the Arizona Diamondbacks 9-5 in Phoenix, scoring 6 runs in the 9th inning to pull away. Braves getting home runs from Ronald Acuna Jr., Lucas Duda, Johan Camargo, and Ender Enciarte, who had a 3-run shot in the 9th. Freddie Freeman with an RBI single. Sam Freeman with the win in relief. Braves take 3 of 4 in that series. The Atlanta Falcons getting back to work this week as they gear up for their regular season home opener Sunday against the Carolina Panthers. Falcons coming off an opening day loss to Philadelphia last week. They have lost safety Keanu Neal for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. College football Saturday, Georgia went to Columbia, defeated South Carolina 41-17. Jake Fromm with a touchdown. And Georgia Tech fell to South Florida in Tampa 49-38. Daquan Marshall threw for a touchdown, ran for another. 6 months of Apple Music free with the official vehicles of summer from Jeep. I'm Tony Desiri, Big Dog Country 105.5.
It's time for the Yellow Tag sales event at your local BRP dealer, where you can save big on new Can-Am off-road vehicles. Can-Am vehicles were made to perform and make the most out of any challenge. And right now, quality costs less, because you can save up to $2,000 on select Can-Am vehicles. Just stop by your local BRP dealer right now before the Yellow Tag sales event is gone. Offer ends September 30th, 2018. Certain conditions may apply. See dealer for details.
At Discover, we believe anniversaries should be a time of celebration, not obligation. That's why we think annual fees are ridiculous. And now, just for giving us a try, we're going to give new card members a 1-year anniversary gift they'll never forget. At the end of your first year, we'll match all the cash back you've earned dollar for dollar. No caps and no catches, because we know if you try us, you'll like us. And that's worth every penny. Try it and believe it at discover.com/match. Cashback match offer only for new card members. Limitations apply.
Seasons change. Quality of service doesn't. For 75 years, First Franklin Financial has been serving the financial needs of your friends and neighbors. You can always depend on the caring staff to be there when you need them. Drop by and see your friendly Franklin folks at 1074 North Macon Street, or give them a call at 427-4237, or apply online at 1ffc.com.
All loans are subject to our liberal credit policy and limitations, if any.
First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLSR number 141654. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Today in history.
2008, the Large Hadron Collider at CERN in Geneva, Switzerland is turned on for the first time.
Not the roommate agreement.
Indeed, the roommate agreement. I call your attention to the friendship rider in Appendix C, Future Commitments, number 37. In the event one friend is ever invited to visit the Large Hadron Collider, now under construction in Switzerland, he shall invite the other friend to accompany him. For God's sake!
1992, Lucy in the Peanuts comic strip raises her psychiatric help from 5 cents to 47 cents.
I think I need help. Everything I do turns to failure.
And this was the number one song, September 10th, 1980.
Today in history.
And that's what happened on this day in history. Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup. Braves baseball coming your way tonight here on the Big Dog. The Braves way out there on the West Coast, the left coast out there, taking on San Francisco, the Giants tonight. Our coverage will begin at 9 p.m. right here on 105.5 FM. First pitch will be at 10:15. The Braves and the Giants tonight, starting at 9 p.m. right here on 105.5 FM in Jesup. Coming up at 9:03, the very best in country music all day long until we start the Braves tonight. So keep tuned in for the very best in country music. Bob Morgan back with you today around 12:15 and 5:10 with more local news and sports. You're listening to WIFO FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 on your FM dial. It is 9 o'clock.
The Carolina coast could be in for a beating. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
It's always good to be prepared and be ready.
If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
WLOP Jesup. Since 1949. All sports, all the time.
That booing works, so don't miss a moment this football season. And download the Dan Patrick Show app today.
Dan Patrick, can I say the best sports talk show in America?
Sure, why not? We've dusted off the cobwebs.
Aguilar fires. It's cold. The Phillies special worked again.
And a new season is underway.
You know, I saw where Mike Florio had the Ravens going to the Super Bowl.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
And Mike Florio's drinking again. Ron Jaworski joining us. How would you react if your teammate had Le'Veon Bell with this holdout?
I would be upset. And yeah, we all know it's a business. But I've always felt that the honor is to play with my teammates. And as we hear from a lot of coaches, there is no I in team. And this is going to rock the Steelers a little bit, I believe.
Broadcasting from the Mercedes Man Cave.
My Chargers, my Saints. Super Bowl.
This is Dan Patrick.
Hope you had a great weekend. Boys are here ready to go. A lot to digest, discuss. Your phone call's always welcome on Monday. Best and worst of the weekend. What you saw that you liked, you didn't like. Your opportunity to dial us up, 877-3DP-SHOW, and our Twitter handle is @DP-SHOW. Maurice Jones-Drew, former NFL running back, now working for the NFL Network, will join us coming up a little bit later on. Our email address, by the way, is dp@danpatrick.com. Say good morning to our radio and TV partners around the country. There aren't many downsides to the NFL season opening up, but the biggest upside is probably just how unpredictable it is. I talked about this on Friday. You know, with college football, you don't get too many surprises. But with the NFL, who would have thought that you would have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with their backup quarterback go into New Orleans and dominate a New Orleans Saints defense that was one of their calling cards last year? The Cleveland Browns and Pittsburgh Steelers played with tie. It's a strange day. But when you have Ryan Fitzpatrick dominating New Orleans, the Dolphins beating the Titans, is that game over, by the way?
Checking.
Okay. It took over 7 hours because of a weather delay. But the wildest comeback came last night. That's when Aaron Rodgers left the field on a cart in the first half and then came back in the second half and earned his salary. He makes $917,000 each half. He certainly was worth that last night in the second half. Miraculous comeback over the Bears. A wild day, and it's just the beginning. A couple of games coming up tonight. Jets, Lions, Rams, Raiders. But the comeback for Aaron Rodgers, everything was there. National TV, Sunday Night Football, Al and Chris, Bears, Packers, the injury. Danica Patrick is in the suite watching her boyfriend. Was Brett Favre there? Is Brett Favre going to get credit for that comeback? But it had everything that you would want. And it was Aaron Rodgers. Although I did wonder about this, as cynical as I can be. Aaron Rodgers goes off on a cart. Then he comes back. If Tom Brady went off on a cart and came back, how would social media have reacted to that? Oh, Tom playing it up a little bit here. But Aaron Rodgers, it's like, what a hero. What a warrior. But I wondered if it was Tom Brady who came back. Remember when it was Paul Pierce who got carried off at the Garden that one time? And we thought that his career, his life was over.
Yeah, he might not make it.
He comes back. And I wondered about that with Rodgers going off, and then he came back and leads the comeback there. And I think it was 20-3 when I sent a text to the Danettes. I went, oh, boy, I'd really get ready for an Aaron Rodgers comeback because you could see the momentum shifting because they were going with a quick offense, quick passes, and it looked like the Bears were getting tired. So you had Roquan Smith and you had Khalil Mack, who didn't take part of training camp. And they were awesome in the first half, and they were gassed in the second half. Play calling with the Bears in the second half, including in the final 3 minutes, very questionable. Very questionable. My Browns, I thought they would win that game. Man, the Browns are still the Browns. They should have lost in regulation. They should have won in overtime. They end up with a tie. But it was a lot of fun. But I think Ryan Fitzpatrick probably stands out because you probably didn't realize Ryan Fitzpatrick was still in the NFL. And you might have forgot that Jameis Winston was suspended for the first 3 games. But Ryan Fitzpatrick, have we ever had another quarterback who's thrown 6 touchdown passes in a game and thrown 6 interceptions in a game before? Because I think Ryan Fitzpatrick might be, unless it's Brett Favre, the only other guy in NFL history who has done that. But he was awesome yesterday. Adrian Peterson looked fresh. He looked alive. He was on the couch a couple of weeks ago. Now, going against Arizona, but that Arizona defense you would think would be respectable. Patrick Mahomes torching my San Diego LA Chargers yesterday. What's up, Mahomes? It was fun. There was a lot of stuff going on there. But Aaron Rodgers last night, oh, it's a Willis Reed moment for those old enough to remember. Willis Reed, 1970 NBA Final. Came in, hit a couple of jumpers. That was it. Inspirational. I think he won the Finals MVP. But Aaron Rodgers last night, I mean, that's what separates him. There's no other quarterback who can do that. Now, I don't know how serious the knee injury was or is. What if they have an MRI today and there's a slight tear in there? I'm just throwing that out there because he was carted off. Now, when you sit in the front seat of the cart, I thought, okay, there's a chance that it's not serious.
So that's a positive cart off.
I think. Oh. Yeah. So he got in the front seat. Now, if you're lying down in the back of the cart, then I think we got some issues there. But he was in the front seat, almost like he was just kind of accompanying the driver, like, hey, you care if I ride with you? It's like an Uber. Yes, Seton.
Well, there is something about seeing him there in the front seat with his knee bent. You're like, oh, that's not hurt.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought.
That's what I was looking at. I'm like, oh, he's not hurt. If he was really hurt, wouldn't they put like the brace around it, or he'd be in the back, legs stretched out?
Paulie?
I have a buddy who's a Packer fan. He's a judge that you guys have met in Milwaukee. He was analyzing the cart off like the Zapruder film. He's like, do you see Rodgers put his hat over his face for a second? Like he's upset. You know, he texted me Titanic as he was being carted off. One word, Titanic.
Downtrodden. Yeah, I was wondering about that with Aaron Rodgers. And then Chris Collinsworth made it sound like, it's probably over. boy, it's a shame. And I went, okay. And then I watched the injury, and sometimes it can be something that's innocuous. You'll be like, I don't know, it didn't look like that much. It didn't look horrible, let's put it that way. But not my knee. And then I'm thinking, oh, the Carton, he's in the front seat. Like, isn't that weird? You're going, he's in the front seat. He should be okay. Yeah, Paul.
Collinsworth was this close to saying he's literally beating the Bears with one leg.
Yeah, there were a lot of one-legged mentions there. Yes, McLovin.
I have two Bears-Packer poll questions. If you're a Packers fan, do you feel good or bad this morning?
Tentatively, I feel good.
But Rodgers might have to deal with this all year.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
And if you're a Bears fan, how do you feel today?
I think you feel pretty good. I like this Bear team a lot. Trubisky's got to make some plays here. You got a couple of good running backs. The defense was good last year, and we know that defense is going to be great this year. But I would feel you went into Lambeau and you had a lead. You got conservative. You lost the game. You did, because you could have put them away and you didn't. But you can't do that. You cannot do that with Aaron Rodgers. Although, if Kyle Fuller hangs on to that interception, you know what we're talking about today? Boy, John Gruden's an idiot. Really, that's what the storyline would be, because Khalil Mack was awesome last night. He did everything. But he got tired. But I think that would be the storyline if, be how injured is Aaron Rodgers, but it would be about. And I said this, and I said it at the time, when there was a report that John Gruden did not reach out to Khalil Mack. And I said, you have to reach out to him and just say, unless you really didn't want him, and it feels like the Raiders really didn't want him, he was going to take less. He did not hear from John Gruden. That, to me, that's a huge mistake. Unless it's calculated, he was like, look, I don't want to talk to him because we're not going to re-sign him. But Khalil Mack said he never heard from John Gruden. How do you not call your star player? Even if it's just to say, I'm doing my best, you got to help me on your end. That's what that would have been my approach, and I said it at the time. So I'm not looking back on this and saying, well, that's what I would have done. I said it in the moment. You got to call him. You just have to say something to him. Because the Chicago Bears, they did the right thing. And he looked great. But that's a good defense. But if Fuller makes that interception, boy, our take on the night is completely different. It'd be like, man, Rodgers, that was a heroic effort. But, man, how did the Raiders let Khalil Mack go? Yes,
and Clay Matthews got bailed out.
Yes, he did.
That was a terrible play, terrible situation.
Yes, he did.
You can't get a penalty.
No, you cannot. There was some Myles Garrett yesterday, as great as he played, and then the very end. It's just the Browns being the Browns. All right, we'll come up with a poll question here. Dan Patrick's Show is brought to you by the great folks at True Car. They show you what other people paid for the car you want so you can recognize a good price. When you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit True Car and enjoy a more confident car buying experience. So your phone calls are welcome. Best and worst of the weekend. McLovin, what kind of poll question? You mentioned one of the Bears possibilities there.
Yeah, is it a good day or bad day for the Bears? We have some dude polls on Monday, which we do after a busy football weekend. Now, we have a positive dude or a negative. Which one do you want to start with?
Let me skew negative right now.
Okay. Negative, the Saints. Dude, what happened there? Florida losing Kentucky in football, I might add.
Wow. I think that's so bad that should count as a loss for the basketball team as well. The basketball team is 0-1 right now because Florida lost to Kentucky.
Do the Bears belong on this? That was for blowing that lead? I don't think so. I think we're going to keep them off there. How about Giants offensive lineman Eric Flowers, who had a holding and a trip on the first series after they moved him to right tackle? He's a problem, Dan.
Yeah, he is.
You've always said.
Yeah. I like how they go, well, they moved him to right tackle. That's his natural position. Okay. He's just not good. He's not. And the Giants, I thought the Giants would win that game against Jacksonville. And, when I'm watching Saquon Barkley, if you look at his numbers, you go, he had a pretty good day. He didn't have a great day. He had one big run. And there's a Barry Sanders feel to him. He dances a lot. There's a, +1, -2, get 3 yards, get 4 yards, get 68. And you're going to need a little more consistency out of him, where you can count on him moving the chains. Because what I saw yesterday is a lot of dancing, and you're going against a great defense. We know that. You're at home. You should win those games. Yes, McLeod.
Okay, how about Le'Veon Bell on the bad dude weekend? It's not a good weekend for him.
I'm wondering about this. You know what? Let me take a break. I want to talk about Le'Veon Bell. James Conner looked good. Did have a fumble, but he looked good. I think if you're a fantasy player and you go, yeah, I like this guy. How long are you going to be able to hold on to him as that starting running back, though? Yes, Fritzy.
I think the Steelers were sending a little bit of a message the way they over-celebrated James Conner's touchdown there.
They loaded him up. Maybe Le'Veon Bell's going, yeah, see, I would have had all those carries. That, my body would be abused. I wonder if he's looking at that and going, how many carries did he have? I don't know. I think he had like 30. Yeah, see, 30 carries. That's 30 less carries at $855,000. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, we'll take a break. Your phone calls are welcome. We'll get a poll question just getting started here, 14 after the hour. This is the Dan Patrick Show. It's called Dollar Shave Club, but it's more than just a great shave. And that's what I want you to know. First of all, you want the Dollar Shave Club Executive Razor and the shave butter. That's what I use every morning. And I'm on national TV. In fact, when I handed out the Super Bowl trophy, I used the Dollar Shave Club Executive Razor and shave butter.
Like right before you went up on the podium?
Not right before.
I mean, like moments before.
No, before. But yes, just letting you know.
Glad you weren't using the wipes for just before.
No, but you got the body cleanser, the Daily Essentials starter set. You got to do that because Amber Lavender Body Cleanser, can't go wrong with that. You head to toe, Dollar Shave Club has you covered. DollarShaveClub.com/Patrick. Pick out your Daily Essential starter set for just $5. After the starter set, then they ship the products at a regular price. Make sure you check out the new video that they have as well. They've thought of everything there. They got hand cream, body wash, stuff for your hair. They got toothpaste. They got it all. You can't go wrong. DollarShaveClub.com/Patrick. Tell them we sent you.
Here's a game you can't win. Credit card debt. Nowadays, they include a little breakdown to show you how only paying the minimum payments means you'll be paying it off for decades. That's right, decades. With Lending Club, you can consolidate your debt or pay off your credit cards with one fixed monthly payment. Since 2007, Lending Club has helped millions of people regain control of their finances with affordable, fixed-rate personal loans. No trips to a bank, no high-interest credit cards. Just go to LendingClub.com, tell them about yourself and how much you want to borrow, pick the terms that are right for you, and if you're approved, your loan is automatically deposited into your bank account in as little as a few days. Lending Club is the #1 peer-to-peer lending platform with over $35 billion in loans issued. Go to LendingClub.com/locker room. Check your rate in minutes and borrow up to $40,000. That's LendingClub.com/locker room. LendingClub.com/locker room. All loans made by WebBank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's a new and better way to buy. It's live market pricing at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC on East Cherry Street. We constantly monitor auto websites to offer the most aggressive market prices. The low market price is our live market price. That's why we're the home of the no-hassle deal. Save time, save money, and know for sure that Neesmith's live market prices are the lowest possible price that we can offer.
Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, home of the no-hassle deal.
Chevy, find new roads.
Did you have an appliance unexpectedly break down? Not in the budget? No credit? No problem. Stop by your local Sears Hometown store today and lease a brand new appliance from our best brand selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, LG, Samsung, KitchenAid, and more. Not only does your Sears Hometown store in Jesup offer leasing on brand new products, it's also at a low monthly price that fits your budget. So visit your Sears Hometown store in Jesup today, 977 South 1st Street for great leasing on new products. Agent income required. Supply. See store for details.
Sears Hometown Store.
Partly cloudy skies for our Monday forecast. We're looking at highs today climbing to near 90 degrees. Some folks may go ahead and scoot into the low 90s. Our Monday and Tuesday afternoons will both have a 40% chance of showers and storms that push into the early evening. Tuesday's temperatures stay comparable. Wednesday, a lesser chance of showers, a little more sunshine, highs in the low 90s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
Blue Collar Heating and Air is your top-of-the-line Carrier dealer. They service many brands and specialize in new installations, upgrading existing equipment, and airflow problems. They also have a large variety of hard-to-find filters in stock. So when quality counts, call the air conditioning experts, Richard Whitley and David Dial at Blue Collar Heating and Air, 427-6400. For weekend service emergencies, they have an experienced service technician on call. So remember, when quality counts, choose Carrier and turn to the experts at Blue Collar Heating and Air, serving Wayne County and surrounding areas.
175 Northwest Broad Street, downtown Jesup.
Jones Prescription Shop, just like the Atlanta Braves, have all the bases covered. From shingles and flu shots to prescriptions and all of your pharmaceutical needs. Stop by and see pharmacist Myron Anderson and the friendly staff, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6:30 and Saturday 9 to 1. Jones Prescription Shop, 101 Peachtree Street. Call 427-8825. 427-8825. Jones Prescription Shop, official pharmacy sponsor of Atlanta Braves baseball on WIFO and WLOP.
Great products, low prices, helpful service. That's Harris Ace Hardware. Harris Ace is your place for Yeti coolers, Traeger grills, Costa DeMar sunglasses, Calcutta Renegade coolers, plus Harris Ace is your hometown dealer for yellow wood treated lumber. Harris Ace will not be undersold on price, so you know you're getting the best price at Harris Ace. Your favorite place for hardware and lumber supplies is Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street in Jesup.
Partly cloudy skies for our Monday forecast. We're looking at highs today climbing to near 90 degrees. Some folks may go ahead and scoot into the low 90s. Our Monday and Tuesday afternoons will both have a 40% chance of showers and storms that push into the early evening. Tuesday's temperatures stay comparable. Wednesday, a lesser chance of showers, a little more sunshine, highs in the low 90s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
I mentioned to start the show, I don't know how many NFL quarterbacks have thrown 6 interceptions in a game and also thrown 6 touchdown passes in a game, but I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is on that short list. He looked great yesterday. He looked great. You know, Tampa Bay beating New Orleans in New Orleans. I think Brett Favre threw 6 picks in a playoff game, if that sounds right, against the Rams. Yes, Paul?
Favre has both. 6 touchdowns thrown, 6 picks in a game. Peyton Manning has both, 6 and 6. We're checking for the rest. Joe Namath has both.
Okay. You got to be pretty good to throw 6 interceptions because normally if you're having a bad game, they'd pull you out. So usually you get good quarterbacks who have the opportunity to stay in there. And Brett Favre, Joe Namath, and Peyton Manning are all Hall of Famers. But Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yes, McLovin.
Slinging Sammy Baugh on the list.
Okay. All right. I was wondering about this with Le'Veon Bell yesterday. I was wondering how much of the offense would be centered around James Conner. And there was a lot because they gave him the ball. Scored a touchdown there. But here's Le'Veon Bell, who has to look at this and go, okay, I don't want wear and tear on my body. So each game is costing me $855,000. You can't negotiate. You can't renegotiate. This is going to be your salary. At some point, you have to start to look at this and go, okay, how much wear and tear is it going to be worth coming back? Because I'm losing a lot of money. $855,000. Bell has until Tuesday after Week 10 to end all of this if he's going to come back and be able to play. But, the Steelers, by all accounts, aren't going to be budging. They're not going to offer him more money under a 1-year deal, which they can do by trading him, which they can do with his cooperation, or rescinding the franchise tender. But right now, if he's concerned about his workload, you got to start to worry about your bank account, too. I don't think he's going to make up this money with a new contract. I just don't. So are you going to trade in 2 games for wear and tear or 3 games? Like, how many games do you go, okay, I'm going to trade that in for that amount of money because I want to save the wear and tear? Connor had 192 total yards from scrimmage, and I don't know if that's enough for Le'Veon Bell to go, what if Connor becomes the focal point where they're giving him the ball 30 times. He's got 30 touches in a game. I wonder if that got Le'Veon Bell's attention yesterday. Yeah, Paul.
But do you think for Le'Veon Bell and his agent, they already think, well, the damage is done perception-wise? Steeler fans, Steeler coaches, players, let's just ride this out and not show up. And we're not playing there next year. He's not going to be. Like you've said it a dozen times.
Yeah.
They're playing for one big contract. Hopefully they didn't get it.
I just don't know if that next team, and people keep saying, hey, you know what, the Steeler teammates haven't backed him up. They backed him up through a couple of suspensions. They backed him up before. They had his back. It's just now they want to know if you're showing up when you said you were going to show up and then you don't show up and now you don't want to play. How would you react? Hey, I don't really care how your season goes. This is about me and my contract. I wouldn't be opening up my arms and going, hey, come on back. I think these offensive linemen are going, I hope James Conner plays well. I would. Because if Le'Veon Bell wants to be there, then show up. Because if you show up, we hope you get a new contract. But you're a teammate. You're supposed to be a teammate. So for all these NFL players, former players saying, boy, they don't have his back. They did have his back through a couple of drug suspensions. Remember there was a playoff game where there was a walkthrough. He showed up late for the playoff game walkthrough. Like they've had his back before. It's just all he cares about is himself right now. And if you're a teammate, how can you care about somebody who's only concerned about himself and his next contract? Yeah, Paul.
What if the Steelers find that they have a star running back in Connor? Can they trade him 3 games in?
Well, Le'Veon Bell has to comply with that, I believe. But I would certainly look. The Steelers are old school. They're not going to budge on this. It doesn't feel like it's like the Giants. They just don't budge on these things, and that's the feeling. But if James Conner is going to be, your workhorse here, I wonder if that gets Le'Veon Bell's attention to say, you know what, maybe I sit out one more game and then I come back. All right, 877-3DP show, email address dp@danpatrick.com. Best and worst of the weekend. Your phone calls coming up. Yes, Heaton.
But at this point, isn't it too late for Le'Veon Bell to back out? I mean, he's in it now.
It's only one game.
Yeah, but if he comes back for week 2, everything that he's been holding out for obviously is bust. So that means all of this, it's like saying, okay, you guys win, I'll play the rest of the season and figure it out.
Well, no, if you want to protect yourself, if that's what this is all about, then this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what James Conner does. Doesn't matter what your teammates feel. If you're thinking about next year and you want to protect your body, then continue to hold out. And, there's no reason to go back. If going back means you're going to be exposing yourself to all this, physical punishment, then just sit out. Continue to sit out. If that's what your goal is, I want to protect my body for my next contract in my next team. Because Pittsburgh's not going to be involved, I don't think, in this next contract there. Tommy in New York joins us. Hi, Tommy. What do you have for me?
Hey, Danny. Good morning.
Hey, bud.
6'5", lean down to a nice 190 now, looking pretty good. Jumper is still lethal. But I was just calling in because I'm a Colts fan living in New York. Very happy to see Andrew looking really great. Took a couple hits and feeling pretty good. Good to be back. That is awesome. Was great. Worst was Serena kind of acting up, and I just feel a little bad for that girl who took it pretty tough, beating her idol, and then kind of having that situation play out the way it did. But that's what I got. I had another idea too, but I don't know if you're down for it. Show suggestion. Run the damn ball sound like contest, Danny. Run the damn ball, Danny. Similar to the gym dance contest. That's my idea.
All right. Thank you, Tommy. Had a good call. Going. The Serena situation, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but I thought Serena was wrong and the official was wrong. Yeah. But the official was wrong first because I just thought it deserved a warning just to say, hey, no coaching. But here's another thing. It's like, this stupid how inflated the football can be. If your quarterback wants the ball one way and my quarterback wants it another way, there shouldn't be an issue here. It's a dopey rule. And then you can't coach even though everybody coaches. So if everybody's coaching, and you know everybody's coaching, why don't you just say to Serena during a break, a changeover, hey, I don't want any more signals, okay? Just don't do that. But if you have a coach and the other player has a coach and everybody's coaching, it's a dopey rule. But Serena should not have had the meltdown. So I put blame on her as well. She was losing. I don't think this cost her the U.S. Open. It didn't help her, but I don't think that's why she lost. Yeah, Fritz.
In every other sport, you have the coaches or managers sitting right there with the team at a dugout or behind the glass, or you have your caddy right next to you. And in tennis, why do they have to be in the crowd? Well, not only should they be allowed to coach, what would be the big deal if they sat there on the bench and they had quick hand signals? It's not delaying the game or anything. Why is that so taboo?
I'm not sure. There has to be some kind of advantage there, or the best players can make sure that their coaches are always at a match where somebody who doesn't have, the means to be able to fly their coach there may not be able to do it. I don't know. It was one of those where, and I thought Chris Everett was awesome with her analysis of this and what she had to say. I thought she was really, really good. And it's one of those, I wasn't even watching. And then all of a sudden, I get, the Danettes start texting, and I went, boop, flip over. Oh, boy. And then all of a sudden, I watched it for probably 40 minutes. And you're going, and Serena said all the right things after. She did. She was great. And even telling the fans, there is a pro-Serena sentiment. there is a love fest for Serena. Since she had this baby, she nearly died, the comeback. This is the U.S. Open. And that crowd can be tough on you. And they were tough. They were tough. But Serena said, stop booing. Because she felt bad. Osaka, this is her first Grand Slam. She beats her idol. And she feels worse than Serena did, it looked like. But Serena, you can't say you're a thief. You can't be destroying your racket. Do we let men get away with this nonsense? Yes, we do. That's why I thought that the officials should have been a little more lenient with Serena in the moment, because she's frustrated. She's losing. But for her to be coached, what do you think the coach told her? What magical insight do you think that coach had? And do you realize Maria Sharapova, her coach, I think, got called out, or she got called out. I don't know if she got penalized. Her coach one time signaled to her to eat a banana. Is that coaching? Hey, eat a banana. Oh, okay. If Serena got coached, I don't know if they'd have. Was she getting coached earlier in the match, or just then? It's silly. It's a dopey rule. Yeah, Paul.
Serena fans were beyond angry. My phone rang. My sister hasn't called me in probably 7 years. She texts me all the time. My sister calls me. She's a big Serena fan, big tennis fan. She goes, Paul. She called me Paul. I thought there was a death in the family. She goes, did you see what happened? I know. Serena got screwed. Serena got completely screwed. You guys got to leave with this. I'm like, well, we probably will talk a little NFL. She goes, no. She's out of her mind.
She's producing the show now?
Oh, well, she called me.
Andy Roddick was livid. There were a lot of people firing away on Twitter in the moment. It was crazy because you're going, wait, this is actually happening during a Grand Slam final? The U.S. Open? It's Serena? All right, a few more phone calls in here. Let's see. Hunter in Wisconsin. Hi, Hunter. What do you have for me today?
Hey, Dan. 6 foot, 250. I have no worse this weekend. It was just the best and better. Best was Aaron Rodgers bringing the Packers back last night.
Yeah?
He is just, I honestly have to say it, he has to be one of the most clutch players I've ever seen. Just that when he goes into a game and he's down, I expect him to win. When he loses, I'm extremely disappointed. He's just that good.
Okay.
And my bester was, I still like the Packers, but the Brewers are doing way better right now, and I want to see them win. They took 2 games from the Cubs, or they're 2 games back right now. They start a 3-game series.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. Okay. Oh, the Brewers. I can't do Brewers today. We got 3 games coming up, and I like how middle relief is. No. Up here. Harvey's Wallbangers. Gorman Thomas. Ben Ogilvie.
Brian Braun, falsely accused.
Not Cecil Cooper, Cecil Cooper. Robin Young. Molitor. Raleigh Fingers.
3 in a row.
We got a big series coming up. Oh, man. Alex in Arizona joins us. Hi, Alex. How are you? Hi, Alex. Alex.
Hello?
Hi, Alex.
Hey, sorry, guys. I had it on speaker. 5'8", 280, built like Bob Wiley from the Browns. I am calling to say my weekends, I work nights, my weekends start on Fridays.
Wait. Is this Scott Farrell?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I've been told I should be in radio with my voice.
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe you should be in the hospital.
More than 10 or 15 people. You should be in radio.
Or in the hospital. All right, what do you have for me, Alan?
Or in the hospital. One of my other shows I call me Deep Breathing Alex. So what I wanted to say is Friday's Tiger Woods round. These boys better recognize he's only 5 back from Justin Rose. That's my best. And I believe they started another half hour on Mountain Standard Time and here for the final round that got rained out. And then my worst is being from San Antonio, Texas, living in Arizona now, is the Cowboys. And I just wanted to see what you thought the Cowboys need to do. And I wanted to get your take on that, and I'll kick back and listen. And thanks for taking my call,
All right.
guys.
Thank you, Alex. That did sound like Scott Farrell. Yes, Paul.
The BMW Championship, it's going on right now, and Tiger is 13 under, Justin Rose 17 under.
Okay. So he's 4 back now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He's back. The Cowboys expect to see this season, and that is they're going to make Dak Prescott into being a pocket quarterback. Let me see what you can do. Now, it'd help if they had some one go-to receiver, because they don't have that. Now you have Giants-Cowboys. Like, how big is this game? It's second week, but you can't be 0-2. You can't be 0-2 in that division with the Eagles. But the Giants and the Cowboys coming up Sunday, that's a big game. But watching the Cowboys, I was going, man, that offense is just not there. And it still feels like when Carolina needs a big play, then Cam makes the big play. He runs. Christian McCaffrey had a bad fumble there in the red zone. Yes, McLovin.
How nervous were people about Kuechly going down?
Yeah.
Luckily he came back.
Well, Olsen.
Man, it looks like Olsen is done.
Yeah, that didn't look good. Didn't look good at all. Mark in Nebraska. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
Good, bud.
Good. Hey, best of the weekend was Captain Kirk and the Minnesota Vikings handing Jimmy Garoppolo his first loss as a starter for the 49ers. I was at the game, and I viked it. Worst of the weekend comes in Iowa high school varsity action. Both teams' defensive side of the ball. Council Bluffs Jefferson defeats Sioux City North by a score of 99-81. Council Bluffs Jefferson had 749 yards rushing on 67 carries. That's 11 yards per carry. Thanks, Dan.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, Paul.
There goes my best of the weekend. I love Council Bluffs Jefferson.
That's what I thought.
Talked about that all weekend.
And I took the under. Yeah, I took the under. I don't know what I was thinking.
Where was your head at?
I thought it was going to be a defensive-minded game. I did. I really did. All right, we'll come back. We got play of the day, more phone calls here. Maybe some more Brewer updates there, too, as well. Jim Gantner. Back after this. These days, you can find just about anything online. But if you're looking to buy a car, online shopping often leads to confusion. But not anymore. Introducing True Price from True Car. Now you can know exactly what you'll pay for the car you want, including fees and accessories. And best of all, you'll know if your true price is competitive because True Car shows you what other people paid for that same car you want. So when you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit True Car to enjoy a more confident car buying experience. Here's some exciting news. Simply Safe is now valued at $1 billion. This company used to be just 5 guys working together. Now they protect over 2 million people. Simply Safe's system is easy to use, incredibly intuitive, and takes just minutes to set up. No contracts, no hidden fees, 24/7 monitoring, $14.99 a month. Visit simplysafedan.com to order Simply Safe, your system now. My listeners get free shipping and free returns. simplysafedan.com and tell them we sent you.
It's week 2 of the football season, which means a second shot at victory. This weekend, DraftKings has over $2 million in total prizes up for grabs. Just choose your players, stay under the salary cap, and watch the points pile up. Get the app or go to DraftKings.com and use code SQUAD to enter a contest for free this weekend with your first deposit and compete for your share of over $2 million in total prizes. That's code SQUAD at DraftKings.
Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Let's talk about Ryan. Way back in May, he wasn't a company man. He was a stay-at-home dad. This August, less than 3 months later, Ryan started his information technology career, doing something he loves, driving a company car. Don't love what you do? Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in months, not years, months. Classes meet on campus or live online 2 or 3 times a week. It's not rocket science. It's My Computer Career. mycomputercareer.edu.
R&R Auto and Camper Sales, 2849 Savannah Highway in Jesup, has the largest and best selection of new campers. R&R carries Coachman Freedom Express, Coachman Chaparral Fifth Wheels, Primetime Avenger Travel Trailers, Primetime Lacrosse Travel Trailers, Vengeance Toy Haulers, and Forest River products. When it comes to campers, no one beats R&R, undefeated in the camper sale business. Stop by and see Ray Moore and his staff and let them put you in a camper today. Give Ray a call at 427-8880. Visit the website at rrcampersales.com and on Facebook. R&R Auto and Camper Sales, 2849 Savannah Highway in Jesup.
Tired of bland? Step off the land and come swimming with us at Captain Joe's Seafood, an oasis that can feed any hunger. With our extensive salad bar, juicy steaks, and fresh seafood, you'll be full and still have enough left over to feed the fishes. Don't get caught in a net of blandness. Swim on over to Captain Joe's Seafood. You don't have to have a boat to get fresh seafood. All you need is to take a trip to Captain Joe's restaurant. Our superb customer service will quickly have you seated and eating a delicious meal.
You only get one chance to make a first impression. When you look at your home, what do you see? I'm Kristen Kennedy.
And I'm Gloria Overholt.
And we are your Jesup Team Duckworth Realtors. Let us tell you what we see in your home so that you can make that first impression sell.
Come see us today at our office located in the Overholt building or give us a call at 912-262-0366 and ask for your Jesup Duckworth agents, Gloria and Kristen.
The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce would like to invite the community to attend a grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony for physical therapy on Friday, September 14th, 10 a.m., located at 430 West Cherry Street, next to Piggly Wiggly in Jesup. Come celebrate this wonderful occasion with us at Physical Therapy's grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony on Friday, September 14th at 10 a.m.
It's a new and better way to buy. It's live market pricing at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC on East Cherry Street. We constantly monitor auto websites to offer the most aggressive market prices. The low market price is our live market price. That's why we're the home of the no-hassle deal. Save time, save money, and know for sure that Neesmith's live market prices are the lowest possible price that we can offer.
Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, home of the no-hassle deal.
Chevy, find new roads.
Did you have an appliance unexpectedly break down? Not in the budget? No credit? No problem. Stop by your local Sears Hometown store today and lease a brand new appliance from our best brand selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, LG, Samsung, KitchenAid, and more. Not only does your Sears Hometown store in Jesup offer leasing on brand new products, it's also at a low monthly price that fits your budget. So visit your Sears Hometown store in Jesup today, 977 South 1st Street, for great leasing on new products. Agent income required. Supply. See store for details.
Sears Hometown Store.
Partly cloudy skies for our Monday forecast. We're looking at highs today climbing to near 90 degrees. Some folks may go ahead and scoot into the low 90s. Our Monday and Tuesday afternoons will both have a 40% chance of showers and storms that push into the early evening. Tuesday's temperatures stay comparable. Wednesday, a lesser chance of showers, a little more sunshine, highs in the low 90s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
Of the day.
Runner left side, got it! We're going to play it and play it.
This is the play of the day.
Check this out.
Roger shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Snap to A-Rod. Rushes on, has time. Looking, throws, middle, got us there. Breaking free to the 50. He may go all the way to the 20 down the right side. And there's Randall Cobb to the 5, to the end zone, to the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Randall Cobb to the lead score. 75 yards. And the Packers have tied the game at 23.
Packers Radio Network with the call. Little Mac Miller here. Just passed away. Overdose. Best day ever. That's the name of the song. Aaron Rodgers, no problem. Down 17 at half. Comes back with 3 touchdowns. Goes 20 of 30, 286 yards. And that is your play of the day. Play of the day is brought to you by Refresh Leadership Simulcast. That's October 24th. You got the former Secretary of State General Colin Powell. And you can register online, refreshleadership.com/simulcast, brought to you by Express Employment Professionals. That's your play of the day. All right, more phone calls coming up. Best and worst of the weekend. Shay in Irving joins us. Good morning, Shay.
Morning, Danny. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, not good morning. It's just morning.
Morning. The sun came up, I suppose. I ain't seen it yet.
How bad did it get yesterday?
It's almost like, when you go to rehab, Danny.
I have
they tell you
rehab.
Well, just give it time.
Okay.
When you go to rehab, they tell you insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results, which never made sense to me until I thought about the Cowboys. And this entire offense is predicated on the run game being established, at the O-line controlling the line of scrimmage. Everything's open up after the run game's established. Dak needs the run game to be an effective quarterback. He's bouncing wide open passes off the turf, Danny. This is the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. You can't be skipping stones and thinking this is going to work out. What the hell was the front office thinking, getting rid of Dez and letting Jason Witten retire and thinking that nobody else besides Allen Hurns and a rookie need to be brought in for it? How the hell do you do that to your offensive team? You know Dak Prescott ain't Aaron Rodgers. We all know that. He needs more help. And if the run game ain't there, it's over, Danny. It's a wrap. See ya.
And then you got the Giants coming up, and that's going to be a huge game
great.
for him.
That's so cool. Can't wait, man. That's going to be awesome. Sling Blade. He'll do it to you one more time. Why not?
I think you got to choose.
Eyes on shoes, but he'll beat the Cowboys.
Why don't you move on from the Cowboys? Why don't you just get another team?
Well, that's not funny, Danny. You sound like the roommate right now. She said, how come every team you love sucks? I said, don't talk to me like that, woman. She said, pick a new team. That ain't like that. I'm from Irving, Texas, Danny. I'm born into this. I just can't believe it's gotten this bad.
But I can grant you your
still the job.
I can grant you your emancipation from Texas.
Never, Danny. Never. Till they put me in the DIRT.
And I mean, look at your picks over the weekend. Oklahoma State, Minnesota cover. Oh, you don't even care?
I pushed, Danny.
Yeah, I know. You went 2-2, and then you had a push.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I just don't understand. Yeah, I just don't understand the front office, Danny.
But you keep saying that it's the same thing every week, and it's not going to change.
This is even worse, though, because they had success They had the formula for success 2 years ago. We saw how it works. Like, oh, what do you know? You run the damn ball, play action, Dak looks great. But if you make Dak sit in the pocket and pretend to be a quarterback that he ain't, what the hell?
You know what I could do is I could just play this in like 7 weeks. 7 weeks from now, and it would be the same thing. It would just be a different team that they lost to. So you could actually take.
Good. You know what?
You could take a week off.
That'll give me more time for morning drinking. How about that? You're interrupting my morning drinking anyway, Danny. But let me relive this.
Don't you have to go to a job?
Whatever, man. I'm sick every Monday in the fall. I'm sick.
I think you're sick other days too, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, all right, Danny.
I'm here for you. You have my number.
Whatever.
You need
Danny.
All right. Thank you, Shay.
Whatever.
Yeah, his Twitter account was on fire. Not literally, but if he could have, he would have set fire to it.
I'm sick every Monday.
Yeah. But I could play that. With the next Cowboy loss, I could just play what he says because he said the same thing every time they lose. The ginger. They don't establish the run
the ball.
Yeah, Dak is not, a quarterback who can throw the ball 30 times.
Roommate's not supporting him.
Yeah. Roommate. Why did you pick a new team?
Why is it every team you like sucks?
Yes, Paul.
But if you're a Cowboys fan, they feel drastically worse than they did 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you had the best offensive line in football, the great young running back, and you stumble into Dak Prescott on the cheap. They're not paying him a dime, and they feel further away than they did when he was a rookie.
Yeah.
Jason Witten, you can't control that. Des Bryant, I guess you could control that.
I was just surprised that, Witten, to me, needed to retire. But Des Bryant still could have helped you, and at least he's a big target and they don't have a go-to guy. Des Bryant's not a number one receiver anymore. Cole Beasley is not a number one receiver. Alan Hearns is not a number one receiver. He's a good receiver, not a number one receiver. Tavon Austin is not a number one receiver. Like, you have to have a go-to guy for a young quarterback. And they don't have that. It's like the team that needed the Des Bryant was the Cowboys, at least for one more year. But you didn't address that. That's what I found amazing with the Cowboys. All right, a few more phone calls. Are we already on to another poll question, McLevin?
Yeah, so the first hour was dude, as in dude, what are you doing? And the winner of that was Le'Veon Bell, just over the Buffalo Bills, who we haven't talked a lot about. As in dude, what are you doing?
Man.
Then the Saints.
Are they tanking now?
Oh, the tank is on. I love it.
Like, is it officially tank season for Buffalo? A team that made the playoffs last year. It almost feels like, God, let's don't do that again. Let's don't make the playoffs again.
Well, they made the playoffs.
But they still made the playoffs, McLevin. But you would never know that when you watched them yesterday.
I saw Schefter tweeted right before the game, they have like $90 million of cap space next year.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with that cap space. So who do you start in week 2? Do you put Josh Allen out there against the Chargers and then the Vikings?
I think Buffalo is going to try to get Kawhi Leonard next year. I think that's what they're going to spend their money on.
No, he's falling in love with Toronto, by the way.
Well, it's not very far. You can just come over the border and play for Buffalo.
Okay, so we have a new poll. Yeah. Which overreaction has the most legs? The Saints have no defense, again. I don't buy that one.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson is back. The Cowboys are in trouble. The Steelers look shaky. I love your reactions. The Ravens are exciting.
Yeah, who would have thought that they could put up, 47 points? I wouldn't think they'd have that in 3 games.
I have to admit, defending Nathan Peterman, I'm finding more and more challenging.
You're right. Nathan Peterman is not.
That is a team disaster.
He's
by the way.
just
Call out Peterman all you want. That line of no ones was awful.
That's true.
The weather was awful. LaShawn McCoy is done.